Welcome back, everybody. This is the Undefeated. Sorry, we were out for just a bit. We had to take that little vacation. Doesn't everybody? Today, alongside of me, I have Jarvis Redwine once again, and I got Leon Hurst.
How you doing, y'all?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back.
It is great to be back.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We have to start out with this Kyrie Irving news.
Yes.
Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers are trying to put together a trade with the Celtics that gives the Cavaliers Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Ante Zizic, who really nobody knows about, and a 2018 unprotected first-round pick that was from the Nets. And the Cavaliers would receive, or the Celtics would receive Kyrie Irving. Yet it's not happened. They have not signed that piece of paper. And now the Cavaliers are asking for more compensation for this pick because they are afraid of Isaiah Thomas's hip injury. What's really going to happen, or what's your thoughts of this trade? And if it did happen, who is the winner of this trade?
Oh, man. Well, if Isaiah is not healthy, then you have to switch to the Celtics. You know, they look like they'll probably win this trade. You know, because Kyrie is healthy. He's actually in the prime of his career. I mean, he's doing really well. So, what do you think?
No, Jarvis. No, wait a minute. I still think that Cavaliers are getting what they got already. You got to think about it. They get Brooklyn Nets' pick. You know, first pick. You know it's going to be first pick come 2018. You know that they're going to get that number one pick.
Yeah.
So that's really going to help things out for the Cavaliers right there. You know, it's hard to discuss on this issue.
Real quick,
yeah.
If we're talking here and now, it is the Cleveland Cavaliers who win.
Well, yeah, I agree with you.
Here and now, this 1 year.
Listen,
Once
I
LeBron
agree with
leaves,
you,
they lose.
But is Isaiah Thomas, is he healthy? And can he...
Even if he's not healthy, I think he's healthy in a month or two. And when it really matters in the playoffs, Isaiah Thomas is going to be healthy. And he's just like another Kyrie. He's a Mr. Fourth Quarter.
Okay.
I put on the Twitter account, Mr. Fourth Quarter is coming to the land.
We all know he can ball, you know, but I tell you what, I'm thinking, you know, Cleveland Cavaliers, they did get the better out of the deal, but
yeah, they did.
I'm going to just tell you this, though. The Celtics did pretty well, you know.
I don't mind it, but to me, it's almost you just traded your point guard, and the only thing you upgrade with your point guard is that he can play a little bit better defense.
Yeah,
if he wants to. Kyrie doesn't always play defense.
No, well, yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't. But, you know, but I'd say man, he can make those big shots.
Oh, he can.
That's something that
he's dangerous.
That's something that Isaiah Thomas, he can make big shots too, but
I mean, he was 5th in MVP.
He was.
That is why the Cavs win, because he ended up 5th in MVP without LeBron on his team.
I'm just saying.
He carried the Celtics.
If Isaiah is healthy, he'll help out the Cavs a lot. If not, then the Celtics win this trade.
I mean, you gotta remember Jay Crowder. Who is the most important guy on the Warriors? Crowder. Who's the most important guy on the Warriors? It is Draymond Green. He went down in the 2015 finals.
You're trying to say
Cavs
that
he is.
You're trying to wait a minute. You're trying to say that Jay Crowder is in the same category as Draymond Green?
No, he is not. But he has the body size to defend Draymond Green. He will help out LeBron.
Oh man!
In a sense.
Oh my gosh! I tell you, we're just gonna have to...
Leon. I mean, who's right?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with. I gotta go with Cavaliers. I just think that they've just gained some weapons, and I think it's really going to help LeBron out. And I don't think he's going to have to worry about sit there being a dictator on the court so much because he's got the people that's going to come and help him out. Now even if Isaiah misses 2-3 games, look how many games they play. Doesn't mean that they still can't come back and be on top. I still think that they'll perform.
Who knows this? Ante Zizic, this European giant center. What if he becomes a talent?
He's 7 foot. 7 foot.
Could he be?
But just remember, they called him the high school boy, so we'll see.
Isaiah Thomas, if we remember back to last year, he averages 3 more points than Kyrie. The thing is the way I look at it is Kyrie and LeBron play iso ball. So shouldn't they have more points than Isaiah Thomas? They don't.
I heard that Isaiah's been the closer. That's what I heard.
No doubt about it. Isaiah and Kyrie Irving are fourth quarter dominant players.
Yes, they are.
They are very good when it comes late into the game. So that's why I'm saying you almost just swap players. But then Cavaliers picked up extra. They got a first round pick, obviously a top 5 pick because Nets are once again horrible.
I'm just nervous about injuries. You know me, because you remember Amari Stoudemire went to the New York Knicks. Like $100 million contract for 5 years or something. Went there, got injured, was never the same.
Yeah. But I will give you this, Jarvis. This is a deal. I think that a lot of people are not giving Gordon Hayward enough credit. If you think about what he did this past season in the postseason and playoffs, he did really well.
He's a good player,
and he's not much talked about. I don't think that they're giving him enough credit. So. There could be some power coming from that with Kyrie.
Yeah,
I still think Gordon Hayward could keep up someone like an Antetokounmpo in
the East. But yeah, Leon, you make a great point. He was terrific in the postseason.
I would like to say Celtics win this trade in the future because they don't have to worry about contract issues. Isaiah Thomas, he's free agent after this next season. Cavs have to worry about him. LeBron, free agent. Cavs have to worry about him. So, if you're the Celtics, you keep Gordon Hayward around. You keep Kyrie Irving for another year.
And I think that's what they were thinking about, just long term as well.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about Isaiah Thomas,
They don't have to worry about that. And the thing is, same with Cavs, with LeBron. If they're both smart, this is no joke. I think that the Cavs, honestly, if LeBron wants to leave, he needs to leave after next year. Head to San Antonio Spurs to help out Kawhi, along with Isaiah. Could you imagine what damage they could do? Man, but just get rid of Gasol.
It brings up a good point when you talk about LeBron leaving, but will LeBron actually leave if they get this Isaiah Thomas trade? Because Isaiah Thomas and LeBron are actually good friends.
Yes, and that's a point, and I think we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Where's LeBron going? Where do you see him going? Do you see him getting out of Cleveland, or do you see him going to somewhere like a New York?
I really, Jarvis, if this team gets stacked, I don't think he's going anywhere. But I've already discussed it with Tyler before too. That his wife wants to move to LA. She wants to go.
There has been rumors the Cavaliers could go after someone like a DeMarcus Cousins. And you already projected to get Dwayne Wade, so you could have Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh my!
You have a great bench: Jay Crowder, J.R. Smith, possibly Iman Shumpert, but he's in the trade with DeMarcus Cousins, so you probably lose him. But then you have Derrick Rose for a backup. LeBron could stay.
LeBron said he's never been on the super team, so I think he's gonna be on. He's gonna get his chance.
DeMarcus Cousins, if he goes.
Man.
I don't know. I still think they lose the Warriors because the Warriors are just a prolific shooting team.
Yes,
their shooting percentage is out of the roof.
But this is the deal. This is what I was telling Tyler at one point too. This is the deal. I think DeMarcus, if they meet in the finals, if DeMarcus goes there, I have this strong feeling that he will get Draymond Green in trouble, as in because they both like to brawl. They like to get into people. Yeah. I can just see those two knocking heads, and if Draymond gets knocked off the Warriors, I don't think they'll win.
I don't know. So real quick, let's just quickly go around. Who won the trade? Jarvis? Cavs, Celtics.
As of today.
As of today?
As of right now.
Celtics, though.
Celtics. Yep. Leon.
I'm going with Cavs.
I got Cavs, too.
Okay.
So that's a 2-1. We're Cavs. All right,
we will see.
So, Jarvis, if you want to go ahead and see your way out.
I'm going with the Celtics,
Real quick, just want to remind you guys, if you guys ever want to contact us through the Facebook page at Undefeated Sports Talk, or you can contact me at my email at tylerhurst20@yahoo.com. Now, there's a big fight happening. Conor McGregor versus Mayweather. I want you guys to just quickly make your prediction. We're not going to get into this, but who's winning the fight?
I'm gonna say Mayweather in 5.
In 5.
In 5.
In
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. I'm just
Good.
gonna. I'm just. He's a pro boxer. He's been doing this for a long time, since 1987 or something. He's beaten the best boxers out
Yeah.
there. He's going to go 50-0.
Do you really count it as 50-0 because Conor McGregor is not technically a boxer?
Yeah, no, right. So I'm going to say Mayweather in 5. What do you say, man?
I'm gonna look at. I don't know. I just got this feeling about McGregor because he's got that power left hand, and they say that he's a lot stronger, no faster, but a lot stronger, and he's awkward too. So you don't, a little bit different, unorthodox a little bit, and so forth. So I don't know. I'm going to still go with Mayweather, but I'm going to go in a longevity of probably about 8 rounds.
Okay.
And it's either going to be a simple I'm awake knockdown, and he wins, or McGregor's not going to be satisfied and he's going to lose his mind. And he's going to be ejected.
And this is where I come in because I have Mayweather winning by disqualification. I see McGregor getting sick of Mayweather playing defense, and in the 10th round,
Oh my God!
McGregor lets him have it. There's a foot to the head, or there's a takedown. Something's going to happen. Because I just think this fight's just going to be kind of a joke. It's going to be a joke. It's here to make money, and that's exactly what they're doing.
It's a big promotion.
So that's my take.
So he's gonna go into
Mayweather
his
in 10.
UFC ways.
Yeah.
He's just gonna.
Okay, now to the upsetting news. The NFL preseason football. We just talked about this last week, and now we have issues. Injuries. Odell Beckham
Yes.
out possibly until week 2, week 3 of the regular season. Just yesterday, Edelman tore his ACL. He's out for the season. I'm sure Tom Brady's not very happy about that. So, if I go back to this Odell Beckham Jr. injury, once again, why do we even have the preseason? Because it's an absolute joke.
Really is. Like we talked about a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Julian Edelman, he's out for the year, torn ACL. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they really need to look at whether they should just shorten the preseason at the end of this year. Roger Goodell is going to have to look at that because this is absolutely getting really ridiculous.
I really think that what they need to do is, I can understand them playing maybe 1 or 2 games or even 1 game before they start the season. They got all these practices beforehand. They scrimmage one another from their own team. If you're going to do anything, put in the 3rd, 4th stringers and play these preseason games if that's going to make you happy.
That's it.
But don't sit there and play these guys and expect them to go out there and play good and everything and injure themselves.
Yeah.
Edelman, I can guarantee you, with him being out, from what Tyler and I've discussed, I think that Brady probably won't play now for these preseason. He won't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He won't.
Gronkowski definitely won't play.
No.
So does that hurt the Patriots' chances, though? I mean,
I'll be honest with you. Look what Le'Veon Bell's doing. He said, And you know what? From word that I see them putting out is they were glad to have Le'Veon Bell sit out and not come and join them because risk to injury. Yeah. And they said if he's fresh, that guy's the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
I mean, he knows what to do.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Odell Beckham hit though? Because Odell Beckham didn't get injured by just running around. Edelman got injured non-contact, but that's usually every ACL injury. But this Odell Beckham was because a safety on the Browns decided just to
clip him low.
Yes, I get it because you don't want to get a flag for hitting the helmet to helmet. But was it a dirty play to actually go directly after Odell's? Because it was about 5 yards back that this dude started diving for his knees. It almost looked like he was about to injure Odell. Because if it's me, I think it's a completely dirty hit.
Yeah.
He could have readjusted his body to not hit Odell at his knees. I think he purposely went to injure Odell, and
Oh, absolutely.
in his
Absolutely.
season.
Just trying to, and also just trying to get a job or get a spot on.
That's what Jabril Peppers basically did to Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
Brandon Marshall's injured too with the shoulder, and as Jabril did, he went up high.
Yeah.
And he went directly. He even threw his arms and everything to try to lay it all out on Brandon Marshall. This preseason is just a great chance for these great players to get injured.
Yes. Put in the second and third string. Don't put in the starters.
No.
You can play the starters in practice, or warm them up.
Yeah, I think
But
you play your second, third string. You cut who you actually are looking at. You're not looking at these starters. Just play these.
See what they can do. Yeah.
Play these 1-2 games to cut your second or third string.
Absolutely.
Whoever you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they figure that out. But I really do think sooner or later they're gonna change that because there's too many gripes about guys getting injured and so forth before season even starts. Well, and then they want you to come about and you got this NFL fantasy league. Well, how are you supposed to pick a person when they get injured and then there goes your whole fantasy league and everything? Even if they put out this money that you can win, well, you're not going to win it. Someone gets injured for the season. You're done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that one key player matters.
It really does.
So,
it really does.
but as for the NFL as in playing type, my opinion, third and fourth string. That second string is always valuable because if you're up in a game, usually they put in that second string.
Absolutely.
Well, if that second string's injured, well, what are you going to rely on, the third or fourth string?
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
That's just the preseason.
It is.
No one likes it.
Yes.
No, too many injuries. You got all the scrimmages you do against a team, and then the coaches put a limit on your hitting,
There it is. Yeah.
But not when you play against another team.
Yeah,
because if that team's going to come out hard, well, what are you going to do? Lay back and say, I'm not going to hit you that hard? Well, you know they're going to come out and hit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But this is all about selling tickets, and I know if the NFL is looking to make money, they're gonna make money.
Seriously, guys, seriously, have you guys heard yet? I have heard Blake Bortles is starting.
Blake Bortles is now the starter
He is
for
starting.
the Jaguars. So
is
hey,
starting?
the Texans are happy. They play in week 1. Texans, they're gonna get 5 interceptions. They're gonna get 5
Yeah,
interceptions.
lunch. You got what?
If they play at 12. It'll be lunchtime.
Yeah, like Jadeveon Clowney and those guys. They're
Yeah,
they're waiting.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I hope he's got his ways changed. He's doing something different, I hope. Yeah.
From the upsetting news to the exciting news, college football is back.
Yeah.
Woo!
Go Hogs!
All been waiting for. So here are the rankings that the AP poll, that the Associated Press, that everybody looks at. I'm just gonna read the top 10, and we'll kind of go through like the top 25 throughout. But here's the top 10. Alabama at 1, Ohio State 2, Florida State 3, USC 4. Then it goes Clemson, Penn State, Oklahoma, Washington, Wisconsin, Oklahoma State, Michigan, Auburn. That was top 12, but I do not agree with this top 5.
Really?
I do not. I do not at all.
What, because of Clemson?
Yes, I do not like Clemson.
I agree. I was just not going to comment on that. Clemson, I don't think that should be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I just don't think that they're going to have the weapons like
They
what
should be
had.
outside the top.
Yes,
10. I believe.
let
that.
me. That's the point. I love this top 4. I love Alabama, Ohio State, Florida State, USC. Arguably the best teams that they could make it to the playoffs. These 4 teams.
Yep.
You can see them right back here again. But Clemson at 5, after losing Wayne Gallman, Mike Williams, and Deshaun Watson, you still have them at number 5. I could name 3 teams that could easily be in that spot. You could put Michigan, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, or you could even put Wisconsin at number 5.
What about Penn State?
I like Penn State, but they did lose their top running back. That's my issue with them.
And then the other thing we discussed was the fact of if you kick Clemson out of that top 12, you know who you can bring in there? You could even put them at number 12 because we've discussed this with Washington.
Yes, Washington's going to be very strong. They're like
QB.
USC because they kept their quarterback.
Yeah, and plus their defense is still pretty stout. And they played a good game against Alabama last year.
Yes,
I know.
they did. Yep.
You know.
I mean, that's the thing is we get Alabama. That's the team everybody's chasing.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio State, they're going to be outstanding on both sides of the ball once again. And Florida State, they have probably the best defense in college football.
I agree.
Maybe best quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then USC, they do have the best quarterback right now coming into the college football season.
Yeah.
So we get them.
They're good.
But the argument here is after those top four.
After those top four, yeah.
How about them Longhorns?
Because Clemson doesn't have a offense to hold the top
You
five.
notice I'm quiet there. But
No, the Longhorns have a very well deserved spot. They deserve top 25.
realistically, in that top five, that fifth spot, it probably is Washington. It probably is
Washington be good.
I think you're disrespecting Oklahoma
Oh
State.
yeah, not in the top 5, Jarvis. I'm talking within that top 12. Throw out Clemson because Clemson, I don't think is going to have it together.
agree.
Not for at least another year.
I don't know about
I agree.
throwing out top 12. I think I have Clemson around 11. I just have them right outside the top 10 looking in because they kept their entire defense. That defense is very good.
It's really strong, yeah.
Very
so,
good. The only
but-
thing they miss is offense.
But I know Oklahoma lost Bob Stoops. I know that.
I know, but you kept Baker Mayfield.
He's
Runner up
but,
Heisman.
But is he better than Jake Browning though?
I think he's better than Jake Browning. Not better than Sam Darnold, but Jake Browning, yes.
Yeah. You think so?
Yes, Jake Browning, yes.
Ooh.
I like Baker Mayfield over Jake
But
Browning.
you know
But
who
you
I
have to-
think. You know who I think.
I like
could
Mason
be-
Rudolph over both.
Well, yeah, but you forgot one other person too. This guy I think was underrated last year, quarterback for Florida State, and he was only a freshman.
thing is,
Malik Zaire?
Francois.
Oh,
The
Francois.
thing is
Francois,
with
yes.
Francois, he gets overlooked
Florida
because
State you're talking
that
about,
Florida
yeah.
State defense is pro level caliber.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
defense is very good.
I thought you were talking about Florida. They
No,
have
no.
They have Florida
Florida
has
State, that Francois, he's overlooked.
He is
You
really-
watch, you see what he does this year.
you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State wins it all.
Oh yeah,
They have the defense and Francois
They're in
is
there.
really, really good. He's real good. But you're
They're
going
in
to have to get through Alabama and OSU.
yeah,
I don't know.
or Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, some surprise teams that could rise to top 10 level. I kind of see it. Michigan wasn't in my top 10.
Really? You John Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh is good, but John is it?
Yeah, John Harbaugh.
Oh, Jim Harbaugh.
Hey,
Yeah.
is there something wrong with you?
Yeah, it is.
Has there
Yes.
been too much on the weed? That's okay. That's okay, Jar.
right.
I do understand where you're coming from too, but
Yeah.
they've got some good returning players come back to Michigan. They did not lose a lot of players. I think Michigan will be a good contestant this year.
Yeah, but I just say, don't be surprised.
Who'd
if
you put in there instead?
Well, Michigan. Okay, this is my top 10, okay?
Oh, go ahead.
Alabama, OSU, Florida State, okay, USC, Clemson, okay, PSU, of course, Penn State, Oklahoma, Washington, Wisconsin, and OKC. The Oklahoma State.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good choices. They're good choices. Except for Clemson, like I said, in my opinion, I'd throw them out.
Yeah.
That's just
But
me,
like you were saying, they have that good defense, and if they can get a good quarterback,
Where do you have Wisconsin stand? Because they're powerful every single year.
probably about, I'm going to just say, because of their offense, they don't have the type of offense as like an Alabama, OSU, or even USC.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Big Ten is strong.
But I don't know. I don't know. Alex Hornibrook, I guess he's going to be the quarterback. I'm sorry. But they do have good running backs.
No, their running backs are monsters.
Their running backs are monsters, but and their defense is,
It is solid.
it is, they are studs.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that said, I still have them at like 7 through 9.
I agree. I have Penn State at 6. I
Yeah.
have them right outside the top 5 because I still like their football team. They just need to figure out the balance now with that top running back.
Yeah.
But Wisconsin, I can see around 8.
Yeah.
That's about where I have them.
about 7 through 9.
My honest opinion, I do, because last year Michigan had to go to Penn State to play. Okay, in that big white crowd. Well, think about it. I think that this year they have to go to Michigan. I think Penn State's going to be in trouble when they head to Michigan. Playing inside that big place,
Yes.
I think they're going to be in trouble because they're going to bring just what Penn State did on them last year.
My
White
biggest
House,
my biggest struggle team where I want to place them is Washington. Because I like Oklahoma, I like Oklahoma State, but then you have this Washington team who has the best defense in the Pac-12. You have Jake Browning.
Yeah.
You kept a lot of players, but then again, so did Oklahoma. So did Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
I do not know. I almost want to put Washington 10th, but then again, they're good enough to be 6th.
Nobody's talking about our home state, Nebraska. Where do you place them at?
They deserve to be outside the top 25.
This is Tyler. You mentioned the fact to me was one team that you were looking at that you think that's going to surprise everybody is Miami. What are you going to tell us about Miami?
Miami's going to be great, obviously, because they have Mark Richt.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Richt is a great football coach. I do not understand why Georgia got rid of him.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have a great second year. Honestly, I think Miami's gonna be lingering somewhere around that 12 to 14 spot all season, just because they're in the ACC. It's kind of a tough division. So
okay. Another team. Everybody's
not the Huskers, right?
No, it's not the Huskers.
Right.
I mean, not the Huskers.
Okay. Yeah.
Not the Huskers. I mean, I actually think that the Huskers are just a new coach, new defensive coach, new offense.
They're gonna struggle.
They're gonna struggle.
They're gonna struggle. They're not getting.
I say 4 to 6 wins this year.
My opinion. I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem is they're getting these guys in. They come here, they visit, or they stay for a while. They see what they want to see, and then they back out. They've been losing 4-star and 5-star players that want to go elsewhere. But this is the deal with that. When you hit Lincoln, Nebraska, what all is there to do compared to somewhere like Miami, Tallahassee, any of them type of places? Where would you want to go? I mean, California team. Where would you want to go? I mean,
you go to the team. You go to a team where there's a lot. A state where there's a lot more things to do.
Yes. There's more things to do, more activities, more entertainment.
Absolutely.
Besides.
Yeah.
Things that you shouldn't be doing.
There you go.
So I just think that's what a lot of players look at when they come here. Look what's going on. Look what's happening around us.
And plus, a lot of people can't understand. It's like, okay, Iowa, how come they're so much better than we are? Well, they've been more, they're established. They're consistent. They know who they are as a football team.
Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they're always saying, like, how come, Iowa is so much more, so much better than Nebraska.
Because they play a week out of conference schedule.
Well, but the thing about it is that they're getting those players though that we used to get, and they're developing. They just know who they are as a football team. And when you have an identity as a football team, when you know what to do, you can get 3-star athletes and.
Oh yeah.
I mean, real quick, because we're gonna have to start wrapping this one up.
Okay.
I'm gonna quickly go over the rest of this top 25.
Okay.
Auburn, they're supposed to be great with Jarrett Stidham. I think they deserve their spot at number 12.
I agree with you. Yeah.
LSU, arguably best running back in the NCAA. They deserve their spot at 13.
Okay.
Stanford, Georgia, I would have to put them a little lower than that.
Maybe Georgia a little higher.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna leave Georgia right where they're at.
Yeah,
they've always
I don't know.
held
They have to convince me because I love their offense, but I don't know much about their defense. You didn't hear much last season because they were getting ran on defense.
Yeah, but I heard like I was reading and I think they're gonna have a decent defense this year.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope.
I think Nick Chubb deserves some help.
Oh yeah.
We'll discuss that. Louisville, we need to really see how Lamar Jackson's going to perform. But I think they obviously deserve top 15 spot because of Lamar Jackson's on their football team.
I agree.
Florida, they just need to stay healthy on defense. If they do, they're going to be up there.
Yeah, but they need some help on offense because they had no quarterback help last year.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
We already touched on Miami. South Florida has a top 5 quarterback.
He's good. And
Quentin Flowers is amazing. And they have the new head coach. My favorite coach, Charlie Strong.
There he is right there. you had to mention Charlie Strong.
Yes, sir. Great utmost respect for that guy.
Yeah.
He can turn around a program. Not winning-wise, but player attitude-wise, player academic-wise, Charlie Strong will turn him around. Kansas State VTech, they're always in the top 20 somehow.
I know it.
So I think that's just going to be the same this year. West Virginia, I do not know.
Yeah.
They could have a great season or a horrible season.
Their defense, it's always been that's been their problem.
Yeah.
Defense.
Yeah. Texas, I think they deserve their spot. 23, I think it's a good spot because everybody knows they're coming off a bunch of freshmen, and now we have experience. We have a new head coach, so I think they deserve it. Mm-hmm. They're 23. Washington State, people got to watch out for. They may be on the rise in these rankings. Luke Falk is amazing.
He's good. He's a really good quarterback.
And Tennessee's at number 25. They obviously have a talented lineup, and they have the coach who's on the hot seat, so I think they could be on the rise, but I'm not sure. Yes. Tennessee's going to be kind of questionable. But real quick, do you guys want my fixed top 10? Real quick.
Go ahead.
Before we finish this off, here's who I got. I got Alabama number 1, Ohio State, Florida State, USC, Oklahoma at 5, Woo! Michigan at 6, Oklahoma State at 7, Wisconsin at 8, Penn State 9, and Washington at 10. That's a lot of fixing.
I would. I'm not going to read any off, Tyler, but I would say that I would put someone like LSU up there in the top 10, and I would put Florida State at number 2. But I would honestly, I think Orgeron is going to do really well for LSU. I believe it's going to happen.
Yeah,
they could be the one team that stops Alabama
this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to
Depends
see
if they can slow down Scarborough. If he gets injured before they play him, then Alabama's in trouble.
We will have to see. It's obviously going to be a crazy season. Now, this AP poll, I think, got a lot of it right, but then again, I think it has some mess ups in it. Real quick, we had breaking news. Tyrod Taylor is now injured. Oh, another quarterback, another very important player in the preseason of the NFL.
Along with Woodhead. He has an hamstring injury that he's dealing with.
So,
just another example.
Yes, another example of why the preseason should not be played.
My goodness.
I don't know. Preseason needs to go. Now,
play some cards, ping pong. Whatever.
The SEC. Woo!
What a conference.
Get it going. Get it going.
What a conference.
This is my top conference, and we're going to quickly do a preview of it. Here are the rankings right now. Or should I say, here are my rankings right now. I have Alabama, number 1. LSU, number 2. Then it goes Florida, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, Arkansas, South Carolina, A&M, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Missouri, Ole Miss, Vanderbilt last.
Oh, man.
This is
my rankings.
That was your rankings.
I agree with that ranking. The only thing is I'm going to have to put Arkansas above Tennessee because of who Tennessee is.
I think those are going to be
agree.
even.
That's what I have too.
It's going to be.
Well, I
think they're going to be a battle between those two.
Yeah, I just had. Okay, this is my top. I didn't go.
It's just Arkansas plays in a tougher division. That's
yes.
the thing.
I just got the top teams really.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I didn't go all the way down to Vanderbilt because we already know they're not gonna.
Missouri upsets Alabama.
Vanderbilt beats Alabama.
Shock the world, huh?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I have. I agree with you. I have Alabama at the number 1 spot. Jalen Hurts, that offensive line and that defense. Nobody's going to stop him this year.
Bo Scarborough in the backfield.
Bo.
And let's not forget Damian Harris, who backs him up.
Oh, man.
Damian Harris is a monster.
Yes, he is.
And then you got Calvin Ridley at wide receiver.
And then you got Fitzpatrick.
Then the quarterback, as we've already talked about, Tyler, that's going to back up Jalen if he gets hurt. I guess that guy's stellar.
And real quick, before you give your number 2 is, let's not forget who they picked up an offensive coordinator, Dabble. He was an NFL offensive coordinator for most of his career, and now he's at Alabama.
Oh.
Nick Saban just knows how to pick guys up.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He just knows what he's doing.
So we all agree on Alabama number 1.
Absolutely. I have Georgia at number 2. I know this is really wild. Really wild. But their offensive line, that is a concern. But they have all the tools. They have the tools on defense, and Nick Chubb
Now you're gonna make me fall
and Sonny
asleep.
Michael are amazing. Those two, that offense is amazing, and that defense. If they, I feel that their defense has improved.
I cannot say they have improved until I see it. They were one of the worst defenses in college football last season. They do have the best running back duo in college football.
Yeah,
you cannot
I
beat
think
Christian
so.
Michael and Nick Chubb.
The
Next closest is Alabama's with Bo Scarborough, Damian Harris, but you can't beat those.
You can't beat those two.
Not the Georgia.
Florida, number 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Malik Zaire at the quarterback position. He's going to give him a little bit more of a punch on the offense.
They do get back Del Rio.
Yeah, Del Rio.
So,
but their defense is so good. That defense is really good for Florida.
Well, I think what's better is their wide receivers.
Yeah,
Antonio Callaway is.
Yeah, he is.
He is a top 5 NFL draft.
Yes,
pick.
he is. But
just remember,
but they just never did really have the quarterback to give it to him. Get the ball.
But
to
what
him.
you guys are forgetting, my home shut them down last year. They sent them home.
They did. But
so you got them up in top 3.
Yes.
Yep,
They're gonna do it. Okay. I'm not done.
Go ahead.
Auburn number 4. LSU number 5. 6 Arkansas. 7 Tennessee.
Okay.
I mean,
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Maybe not 1 or 2.
You say LSU. You think LSU?
See, I don't like where you put LSU. Okay, so real quick, I have Alabama 11-1. Obviously, the only loss I have is to either Florida State or I think they lose possibly to Mississippi State because Mississippi State has a great quarterback and they play at Mississippi State, which we know those Cowboys are very loud.
Yes, they are.
So I see them going 11-1. LSU. Why don't you have them in your top 3? Because they obviously I
think it's a love-hate thing.
great head coach,
They have
best
a great-
running back.
Yeah. But who do they have a quarterback though?
They don't have much, but they do have a new offensive coordinator.
That's the thing.
Matt
That's
Canada.
that's the only thing that I was like, I don't know what the quarterback can do. If they can get, if they can.
He
get
does
solid
have a
play
year
there.
under his belt.
Yeah.
He did
But I
play a
think
little
that's-
bit last
I think
year.
that's what killed them last year. They just could not move the football. I remember they were trying. Wasn't it that game against Alabama? It was like 10-6.
But do you remember how long that they went without scoring in
Oh,
that game?
that LSU defense is top. They were ranked
I agree.
10th last season.
I am not talking
and they
about-
got that defensive coordinator back.
Can you imagine what they can do to Georgia?
But
Yeah.
real quick,
Dave
Jarvis,
Aranda, right? Is it Dave Aranda? I
Yes.
think- yeah.
Real quick, does the defense win championships?
It does. I mean, but you still need somebody to kind of. You gotta just get somebody in the field goal range. You gotta get your team in field goal range, though. I think that's one of the things.
See, that's the thing. I have LSU at 9-2. The only teams I have losing to is Alabama because they play at Alabama, and then I think they get upset by Tennessee. It's a long shot, but I think they get upset.
Yeah. Okay.
In Knoxville. Knoxville.
I'm going. People are gonna. You know what? Georgia is gonna be number 2. People are gonna be. They're gonna come out of nowhere. Everybody's gonna be like, Jarvis was right.
Oh man, I can't do it. Like I said, they have the best running back duo. They're loaded at the wide receiver position. I love Georgia's offense.
Yeah.
I really do. But that defense is what gets me. That is really what gets me. But I obviously have them in the top 5 because they get 14 of their 15 defensive starters back.
Yeah.
They only lost 1. So that's the only reason why I have them in the top 5. Otherwise, I'd put Tennessee or Arkansas up there.
But could you
Georgia-
imagine? Could you imagine if Missouri came out and just hit teams back and forth and just sink them? What would people think?
That would be a surprise. I think I would be. I think I'll have my mouth open.
Will they pull a Kansas like against Texas? Will they?
I don't
Let's
see.
get back. Come on.
I don't see Missouri doing
Nah,
nothing.
Missouri's at bottom.
What about Vanderbilt?
Bottom. Thing is, with teams like Georgia's, can they start winning these big games? Because they can't.
I tell you what.
If Georgia gets in a nice running back,
Yeah.
Oh boy, they always acquire good running backs.
I mean, they
if
still
they
got
get
that
a
Nick
good,
Chubb. That's the thing.
They still have those two.
But
will he
still-
stay
Sonny Michael.
healthy?
I still have him going.
That's
9,
the problem.
Yes.
I still have him going 9-3.
Yeah.
I have him still going 9-3, but the 3 teams obviously I thought I'm losing to Tennessee, Auburn, and Mississippi State.
Yeah. You know, it's
them. Oh, okay, yeah.
But see, that's the thing. My 3, 4, 5, I all have going 9-3.
it's so hard. I mean, SEC is just
Yes.
an amazing
Stacked.
conference.
Loaded.
It is loaded. It's going to be very competitive again.
I think Leon's gonna like this one with Auburn at number 4. It surprises a lot of people, but they get 4 of those 5 top wide receivers back.
Yeah.
Jarrett Stidham's supposed to be a star, and he was a star at Baylor when he played.
Yes, he was.
They get 6 of the 7 top tacklers back on defense. So obviously they're 9-3. I have them losing to LSU, Alabama, obviously, and I have them losing a close one to Arkansas this year. Arkansas could not stop that giant running back,
no.
but I think Arkansas will try to do something this year, or they'll just keep getting ran
Well,
over.
hey, this is my opinion, and it's already been talked about. They're looking at running backs again, rushing each of them over 1,000 yards. The ones that they have, Jonathan Williams, Devon Whaley, they're looking at them rushing over 1,000 yards apiece. Could they retain the SEC title for the top 2 rushers?
The SEC is loaded with running backs.
Oh,
Yes.
my gosh.
I think the sleeper is the Auburn running back, Cameron Petaway, that ran, what did he run on Arkansas, 300 yards?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That guy is good.
He is big.
He is really, he's a big boy.
Yeah, they're going to need some weapons to bring him down.
Yeah.
Him and Scarborough both.
But once again, this SEC conference is going to be amazing, and I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of the SEC, which is probably likely Alabama, but
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're on this issue, before we move on, Tyler, I'd like to ask you guys, what conference do you guys think is the number 1 conference?
I have SEC.
He's got SEC.
there's-
There's one other one that I'd like to put
I like
in
the
there.
Big Ten.
The
but,
Big Ten.
But are there as many teams in the Big Ten that are going to go with only 3 losses, like the SEC?
That could be possible. I'm looking at possibly 5-6 teams.
it could
possibly.
be. Yeah, it could be. And I was
And you know who else is coming on strong? The Big 12.
Yes.
They are coming on strong with Texas, hopefully.
Leon, you mentioned the Big Ten, and another surprise team nobody is talking about is Michigan State. I know they had a bad year, but they have a great coach.
If they can bring back their defense.
Yeah, they have a great coach.
Oh, sorry, guys. I was over here sleeping.
that was my sleeping one.
No, but Tyler, you can think about it. If
Yeah.
you really think about it, you could put Ohio State losing less than 3. You could,
obviously.
Penn State possibly.
Possibly, yep.
Michigan.
Yep.
You could look at.
Then all you have is Wisconsin. That's 4.
And we got Wisconsin.
In Nebraska?
And we look at Nebraska.
Oh,
going
yeah.
6.
Yeah, I forgot Nebraska, that 4-win team.
No, seriously, I would honestly have to agree with Tyler. I would go with the SEC as the top.
Yeah, because
they usually are. They're stacked. That's where people want to go.
You never know. What if Arkansas and Tennessee surprise?
That's what I'm thinking. Those two could turn around and surprise everybody this year. Not because one of them is my team, one of them's Tyler's team or whatever. That's fine, but they could surprise people. But I also think that the Big Ten is second, and probably third is probably the West Coast, the Pac.
Texas going to playoffs.
But
no comment.
But those are I think are the 3 main leaders right now.
I agree with you.
And then Big 12 probably pulls in fourth.
Fourth, yeah.
Yep.
I say Big 12 fourth because their defense, they don't really play that. They have that shotgun type of offense. Mostly all those teams.
Well, yeah. If Texas could ever get their stuff together, Jarvis, life would be great.
I know, guys. Gotta pick on me. But hey, that's just like everybody picks on LeBron James. You gotta pick on the best. That's what you guys do. You guys pick on the best. Alright, so Blake Griffin throwing some shade at LeBron. Saying that he thinks LeBron has a better chance to go into New York City and playing in Madison Square Garden with the New York Knicks. Really?
No chance.
Really?
No chance.
The only way
Joining James Dolan.
The only way I see that happening is if Carmelo's still there, and maybe he's looking to try to play together because he did say he wanted to play.
He's very good friends with Carmelo.
He's really good friends with Carmelo, and he did say he wanted to play all three of those guys, like Chris Paul, Carmelo, and himself. They want to all play together,
along with Dwayne
and stuff. So I can see how that probably could happen. And New York has a lot of money. They just go ahead and just
that's the only way I can see that happening. Other than that, I can't see it happen.
But I can't see it happen.
Not with his woman wanting him to move out to the West Coast and go home. That's going to be the same with Russell, unless he takes that $207 million deal, which I wouldn't blame him. I mean,
I don't even know why he's looking at it.
I want to agree with both of you. LeBron, there's no chance. Not a chance. His wife wants to go to L.A. He wants to live in L.A. Who wants to move to New York where it is cold, where the team is horrible, the owner is horrible? Melo wants to leave. Who wants to go there? Really?
No chance.
I think Blake is. I don't want to say jealous, but I think Blake almost wants.
Would
LeBron.
like to see him go there instead of L.A. Lakers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Where they don't beat up on Clippers too bad.
I think LeBron is probably looking at Lonzo Ball and saying, "Okay, let him develop."
Quick reference. You know the bottom of the cereal box when there's like those little crows where you pour it out. That's the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference. LeBron doesn't want to go there.
I know they're terrible.
No, he isn't going to go. I can see him possibly going to the Lakers, but if Cavaliers get stacked up like they're predicting, he might not go nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But we'll see.
LeBron wants to win basketball games.
Yeah.
That's his main point.
Yeah.
I think Blake Griffin's just another one of them guys who's trying to start a big controversy.
He's just jealous. Blake Griffin. He's good, but he's not LeBron James.
He can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy, and he knows that, and so he's probably a little salty.
What would happen? Because you guys know he's from out in Oklahoma. Who's to say if he doesn't want to go to like somewhere like Oklahoma once Russell and them get out of there?
Oh, if I could see LeBron and Russell Westbrook play together, man, I would love it.
Wouldn't that be good?
Man,
that would be good. We can dream though.
We can dream, but it could become a reality. If Lakers are like, man, I have a chance to sign Russell Westbrook and LeBron, or Paul George and LeBron. Well, I'm going to go Russell Westbrook and LeBron.
Exactly.
I caught,
Yeah.
I found the Warriors. I'm like, hey, here's the white towel. Here's the white towel. I'm going to go and throw it in. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
That'd be great. That's my thing. LeBron, forget New York City. You're going to L.A. You're going to join your idol, Magic Johnson. You're getting Paul George or Russell Westbrook with you.
There you go.
Not the Spurs.
I honestly don't.
A lot of respect
the problem is with it, right now it's a whole lot of talk of ifs and when or where they're going to go. Every time someone turns around, these guys are picking a team that nobody even think that they picked the team.
I know.
Or they get traded to a team that they didn't think they were going to get traded, such as Isaiah Thomas. And then have your jersey burnt.
That very irritates me. I love what LeBron came out and said in his tweets.
Yeah, he's like, this is ridiculous.
It is. Like, what are you burning his jersey for? He got traded.
Yeah, he got traded.
After what he went through in the playoffs with Boston, after what he gave Boston, you're going to burn his jersey.
Yeah, and his sister dying in a car accident, and you're going to disrespect him?
No respect.
No respect.
So disrespectful, man. Come on.
Come on, man. Oh, man.
Anyway.
It's a trip.
Let's go back to the NFL.
Okay.
We were talking about the preseason. Well, there's another news headline with the Denver Broncos. They have already named their starter out of their 3 horrible quarterbacks. That starter is Trevor Siemian. Is he really the right guy for the job?
Well, I think Demaryius Thomas thinks so. He said that he's good enough to carry them to to the Super Bowl win.
Oh,
I think that's what he was saying.
honestly, the Broncos' situation is as bad as it gets in the NFL.
It really. But you have to understand something. Okay, this is my argument why I think he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right in Denver, and I'll tell you.
Really.
Check this out.
Yeah, because I'd like to hear this because Colin Kaepernick's better than all three.
Is this why he's sitting on the bench having a water? Is that what he's?
I mean, come on.
Well, you need somebody under center. You need somebody.
Yeah, you do.
Simeon had I think last year 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not very good.
Backup level,
yeah. but the year that they went to the Super Bowl and won,
yeah,
mainly because of their defense. Peyton Manning had 9 touchdowns that year, 17 INTs. He was horrible, had no arm left. I mean, but I think he went out for maybe a few games or maybe 3 to 6 games, I think. And Brock Osweiler came in, had 10 touchdowns, 6 INTs. The reason why I'm saying this is even at mediocre play at quarterback, they still made it to the Super Bowl and actually won. So I'm just saying. You said defense wins championships, right?
Yeah, I did.
Didn't you?
I did.
They are ranked first and second.
If you're Denver, aren't you in one of the hardest conferences of football?
Yes, but
that's the thing.
Okay, yeah, I know.
That conference is loaded with good quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know that, but Denver still has a good defense, and if they can play at that caliber.
I really do wish, Jarvis, that... I mean, I'm not a big Denver fan, but I really do wish that they had another quarterback that would come on. I don't care if they had to go out and get Colin Kaepernick.
I agree.
Because his statistics show within the top 25 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think that he would do a lot
wish they
better
would sign
job.
Kaepernick.
I would prefer them signing Kaepernick. Don't get me wrong, but if they're not going to...
Yeah, if they're not going to, arguably Simeon is the best quarterback on that roster. But he's not
as long as he hands off to the running backs, he'll be fine.
That's the thing. Just hand it off. Don't ask him to do too much. It'll be like that Trent Dilfer when he won.
See, and the thing is, you brought
the Ravens of 2002. He had that nice with Ray Lewis and everybody. I mean, that defense was so fierce. Ed Reed, baby.
Yeah.
That defense was fierce.
You brought up this defense. You tried to get me on it. But in the NFL, your defense can only carry you so much. Sooner or later, that defense is going to break.
That's what happened to Minnesota. They won so many games, that defense took them so far last year, and then they started losing.
Yeah, the real Sam Bradford.
Yes.
But that didn't happen with the Denver Broncos, boy. In what was it, 2015? When they won that Super Bowl? Yeah. It didn't happen. I mean,
but
look who they had for quarterback, the best that there was.
Well, but he was even struggling.
He was struggling, but the defense really didn't have to step up till he stepped back into the starting position after Brock Osweiler. To me, that defense not.
And Brock, he's top notch. They don't even want him on Cleveland.
Cleveland. If I'm Cleveland, you start Deshaun Kaiser.
Where's LeBron when you need him?
Cleveland!
Yeah.
Yeah, put LeBron at quarterback for the Browns. Hey. He sit there and throw it up to himself. Run there. Oh, touchdown, LeBron! LeBron carries that. LeBron carries that city.
Oh, he does.
Yep.
When you look at the Broncos, Paxton Lynch, though, he's a bust. I feel bad for the Broncos because you use a first-round pick on him.
Yeah.
And he's horrible.
Not very good.
And Chad Kelly hasn't matured.
He hasn't.
So
and they probably, of course, they did have one of the last picks, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad Kelly's Mr. Irrelevant.
I tell you,
Jim Kelly's son.
That's the dangers of just going to the playoffs.
Yeah, anymore.
Just create. Yeah, just that's the dangers of just buying a quarterback for just 1 year, 1 or 2 years,
right?
Like Elway did,
right?
And that was it. I mean,
see,
because then when
he's looking
gone,
too much at Nebraska Cornhuskers '97 team defense wins championships.
That is exactly true.
Yeah, it is.
94, 95. 95 was the best team that ever played college football. That's still a debate today.
Yeah, it is. It really
For
is.
the 1995 Cornhuskers, they said there's never going to be a team to ever beat them.
2005 Longhorns. Vince Young be running all over. Whoa!
Hey,
He should have won Heisman. We all know that.
They were
How
really
did-
good.
How did Reggie Bush win Heisman over Vince Young that year?
Oh, did you see Reggie Bush though?
He
That
was
boy
great.
so cold.
But did he win the national title? He did not.
Oh man,
He did not.
Yeah, I think
Character.
some was messed up with that
Yeah.
because I really do think Young should have got that. That title was awesome how he played that
he
game.
was.
He was like a one-man team.
Yeah, he was.
He was awesome in that game.
Oh man,
I could
Vince
watch
Young.
that game over and over again.
Yeah, and I bet you do.
Right now I do, man. We ain't looking too good.
Okay, hey, but I agree. I mean, I think Trevor Siemian, is going to be. He's not going to be the long-term answer, but if you need somebody right now,
No, I would think honestly though, if you could get him to be an outstanding person walking out there on the field, knowing what he needs to do, and handling water bottles to the players, that team would be even more proficient. But let's get Colin in there.
Yeah, I honestly think. Patrick Mahomes is better than Trevor Siemian.
whoa, really?
Patrick Mahomes. Do you remember his dad in the NFL?
No, I don't actually.
You gotta do your research.
I got to.
You know what? I'm with you, Jarvis. I need more research done. Who is Mahomes? You know who Patrick
Mahomes.
is.
Yeah.
But you look at his dad, I'm the same way.
He's a stud. He's gonna be the starting quarterback in Kansas City or anywhere after week 8. They're gonna be fed up with Alex Smith.
You know, I
think so?
agree. I agree.
so?
We've seen that game in live, and it's not about him. I know a lot of people
Alex
think.
Smith is horrible.
Yeah, I don't think that he's. I don't know. He's an okay quarterback. I honestly, I rank him somewhere around Colin Kaepernick. Is where I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do.
agree
I
with
mean, he's good enough to run a team, such as Denver.
Yeah.
That would be nice, but
Not to Miami. Jay Cutler's above both.
yes.
Hey! No,
Did you?
I'm not gonna speak bad about him because hey, he actually had a great second preseason game.
He did.
Wow.
He did.
He
He
did.
did great.
They gave him much praise for what he did.
Okay. Well, we will wait and see when the regular season starts. See, you can look good in the preseason.
But you got to remember, he's got his offensive coordinator there that he was with in Chicago, and that's the guy that helped him win games.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll help.
Yeah. It's sad because he has a great arm. Jay Cutler has a great arm and everything, but it's just he just has not been able to put the tools together.
I think he wants the money more than using his tools.
Yeah.
If they're going to pay him, go ahead and pay him that money. Or hey, I can sit back and just throw the ball however I want to. You know?
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So helping out Colin Kaepernick has been something players want to do. Roger Goodell is really not taking a stance on it. And Roger Goodell has now got a 5-year extension for the NFL. Did he really deserve it?
I really didn't want him up there as the top tier man still. I really didn't. I wanted to see someone else come in, but then again, you can get someone else in there that could be even worse.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying Goodell's bad or nothing, but some of his choices that he's made, such as the Kaepernick ordeal, I just don't agree with it at all. This is old-time news. There's people off of one team, such as the Browns, that just now nilled 5, 10 of them, even with a white guy. Yeah. So you're still going against Colin.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
we touched on that with.
I just, to me, I'm kind of like, I feel the same way you do.
That's all.
I'm like,
let it
okay,
go.
I'm kind of like, okay, well, who else is gonna do the job?
That's the thing.
And that's the thing. I mean, and who do
if
you get in? Because I really don't. I don't agree with a lot of things that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
No, but if we think about it, what's his job? It is to be pretty much the boss of the owners and the players, and he does that.
Yeah.
It's not to make the fans happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
but like with the domestic violence situation with Ray Rice,
he does mess up on that.
Yeah, he does, and then that was.
But
that
then
was
again,
one
that's
thing.
a lot of. There's a lot of side stuff off to that.
But remember what the
You can't just
players have said too. It's too much of a controlling issue. The players aren't able to do certain things, and a lot of it's not bad things. It's just there's certain things that players are not able to go do on the side to have fun and so forth, and they're being controlled.
I mean,
Well, you can't do that. They're an adult.
He did change it now, so now you're able to do the team celebration in the end zone. He's made a couple changes to make the players a little bit more happy. But I mean, his real job's not to make the players happy.
Yeah,
It's to make the NFL money.
exactly.
And who else is going to step in for Roger Goodell and take all his criticism that he does as well as he does?
Yeah, and
You forgot Jerry Jones.
oh Lord,
Let's not get started on Jerry Jones.
yeah, I mean, Jerry,
I don't like him as an owner.
me neither. I know.
He's like, let me just get that money and I'll be happy.
Jerry's like, but if Roger going forward, I would like to see him take more of a stance with domestic violence and kind of get that under control a little bit, and like you said, kind of lay off the control.
There's too much control.
There's too much control. I understand.
Allow them to be able to live their lives.
We don't want them to go out of control, and I think that's one of the things that it's. But it's hard. I mean, this job, this commissioner job, is not easy. It's not easy.
It's the hardest job in all sports.
Yeah, it is.
But
it's the hardest
relate
job.
back. What they say? Who is the best commissioner out of all sports right now?
Oh, it's the NBA's.
It is the NBA's.
It's
That guy,
Adam
is
Silver?
stellar.
But
Yes.
but does Adam Silver have to deal with people like what Colin Kaepernick has put the pressure on Roger Goodell now?
Ugh.
Now Roger Goodell has to sit here and try to make this money when viewers are stopped watching football games because people are kneeling.
Yeah.
Adam Silver doesn't have to deal with anything. He's like, okay, here's the rules. Let me put on my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Here's all this. I mean, it's already all set in place.
I agree with that.
I think one of the things that he probably should have done was, stick up for his players. Maybe kind of talk with them and say, hey, this is the way I feel about it, and everybody should stand for the national anthem. But also bring them in and see what can be done, what other things can be done.
Yeah, you do like they've been talking about. You need to do this. There's a time and place for it.
Yeah.
Don't do it at a football game in front of the flag and everything else. There's a time and place that you can go and do this stuff. There's a lot of protests happening. I mean, look at the one in New York City.
Yes.
They're fine.
Yes.
Go and protest.
Yes.
Let people know what you feel, what you think. That's
Absolutely.
fine. But come to a football game, you don't need to bring everybody else down at the same time.
Exactly.
I do agree with you guys on solving these domestic assault cases quicker.
Yeah.
Any of these cases, because obviously Ezekiel Elliott's took way too long.
It did. It did really.
So I agree with that. But like we were saying is, can we find a guy who can put up with this pressure, put up with this criticism, do the job that he has done over his years? Can we find a guy like this?
That's why I was like, you know what? I would like to see him go, but right now he has been proven. He's in there.
Yeah, and if we
give him another 5 years.
If we get rid of him right now, you're gonna put someone in there under fire.
You know who they're gonna, you know who they probably get?
Put Leon Hurst.
No. No, you know who they probably get? They probably get Phil Jackson.
Oh man!
Did you see Phil blowing everybody off? Oh, I gotta take a nap. Leave me alone.
I don't want to see Phil Jackson ever again.
Put Donald Trump in there. Make NFL great again. Go golfing. People are like, man, what are they gonna do about this domestic assault or these kneeling? Oh, I'm busy golfing.
I know.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, it's a scary thing. You don't really want to uproot what's already
in place
and stuff. So that's one of the things that. But I would like to see him improve on those areas, though.
I agree.
There's areas that
his
he's got to
number one
improve,
spot.
but you got to figure out how hard his job is.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people only know half of it.
Yeah. I mean, give me some of the money.
Yeah.
Give me some of the money.
Yeah.
But
That's a lot of money if you really think about it. I mean, and what he has to deal with political-wise, too.
Man.
I mean, stadiums being built, everything. You know, he's got to join in everything besides just dealing with players.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the domestic violence, yes, that needs to go out the door. I agree with Stephen A. Max 100%. Suspend him. Get him out of there. And Ray Rice, it falls back to him. You made an example of him, but yet you couldn't do that to someone like Ezekiel if he's guilty. Yeah. If he's guilty, are you going to keep him?
Yeah.
No. Bye. See ya. There's other great running backs out there that didn't never have the money to go to college, anything else, that could do just as well.
I agree.
I think he wants Derek McFadden to get more playtime.
But no, seriously though, I really do think I think that's it dates all back to Ray Rice. Yeah. You make an example of an outstanding running back then. Yeah. But yet you're not going to do it to anybody else. Yeah. I mean, if they're guilty, get rid of them.
You got to be
I
consistent.
mean, look at what's his name from the Cornhuskers from Giants.
Yeah, Josh Brown.
He's gone. Domestic violence.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Bye. You're guilty. See ya.
See ya.
Because I always date back to the Ray Rice. It's unfair. He was an outstanding running back, and so you're going to let other people off the hook.
Yeah.
That's not right.
That's not right.
I agree. All right, y'all. Any last comments real quick?
No, I do have one. I do not know if I'll be involved in the podcast during this next week, but just remember, folks, around 6:30 p.m., the Arkansas Razorbacks will be starting their college football week on Thursday of this week.
We'll be waiting to watch that 0-1. They'll go 1-0. They'll go 1-0.
Yeah, they'll start out, I think, at 1-0, and it's going to be interesting. All the other football teams are going to be kicking off, too. It's going to be exciting weekend this weekend.
Yes.
Jarvis, we enjoyed the vacation.
We did.
We will be back middle of this next week. We will be discussing the Big 10 preview and the Big 12 preview.
You're not going to want to miss
football coming.
You're not going to want to miss it.
Do not miss out. But anyway, hey, thanks for listening, everybody. This was fun. Just remember to contact us through the Facebook page at Undefeated Sports Talk Show, or you can contact me at my email, tylerhurst20@yahoo.com. And hey, it's been great. So talk to you later. We out.
Enjoy the fight.
Leon will be back.